Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Gervonta Davis hasn't sold 100,000 pay-per-views yet, says Oscar de la Hoya. Gervonta Davis is yet to sell 100,000 pay-per-views. He won event as a regular on the paid platform, according to promoter Oscar de la Hoya. De la Hoya's picking-ass talks got underway for Davis to fight Ryan Garcia. Could have killed negotiations before they began. The Golden Boy boss seemingly put his foot in by angering Leonard Ellerbe. The Mayweather star has alleged rape at De La Hoya on several occasions. Gervonta Davis pay-per-view sales. This time, Ellerbe won't be happy that De La Hoya has effectively confirmed rumors that Davis sold just over 50,000 for his clash with Mario Barrios. Everybody has an argument on who's the A side, who's the B side. De La Hoya told FightHype.com. Look, as Ryan's promoter, he is dance sell, he is popular. With the right dance partner, you can create a mega fight. That happens to be with Gervonta Davis and vice versa. I mean, Gervonta Davis can get on pay-per-view, but that doesn't necessarily mean he is selling hundreds and hundreds of thousands of homes. I know that they are not past 100,000. I know that for a fact. So does he want to continue fighting on the low-level pay-per-views, or does he want to create the mega event with Ryan Garcia? That's the only dancing partner he can create a special event with. So it's a matter of choices. The great part of this world event is Ryan wants the fight. Gervonta wants this fight. And I know Mayweather wants the fight. I won the fight, and both networks, Showtime and DAZN pay-per-view, won the fight. So I think there is room to get everybody to sit in a room and figure this out. There is too much money involved. Such a great fight now. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed and receive notifications about the release of new videos, you do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 2000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Teofimo Lopez challenges Ryan Garcia. He is full of it. The American boxer returned to the ring this Saturday against Pedro Campa, but he already has Ryan Garcia on his radar. Teofimo Lopez is ready to step back into the boxing ring. After more than half a year without a fight, Teofimo Lopez will face Pedro Campa on Saturday in Las Vegas. His last fight was not a good one, as he lost by split decision to George Kambosos Jr., although he has his sights set on Campa. The real opponent he wants to face is Ryan Garcia, who he considers to be overconfident. There is recent information that Oscar de la Hoya, promoter of Golden Boy, is already planning a fight between Lopez and Garcia. Faced with the challenger, the American is not hitting, as he stated. You know me, guys, come on now, I don't duck any fight. I take whatever he gives me. Gervonta Davis vs Ryan Garcia. On pitching two hungry undefeated fighters inside the ropes in their pomp, De La Hoya added, I think this fight here between Gervonta and Ryan will be one of those fights where we haven't seen two young fighters at their prime, or just reaching their prime, fighting each other. And I have to admit Gervonta Davis has a world title, WBA regular title. So that's obviously something we have to consider. I'm not someone who's not fair. I'm someone who knows reality, who is a fighter inside the ring, but also a businessman who knows how to step back and analyze everything and do what's fair. Gervonta Davis vs Ryan Garcia is not likely to get over the line in the coming months, thus judging by the back and forth between both sides. De La Hoya's points haven't been taken kindly in the past or present, and likely won't be in the future. Therefore, it's up in the air whether they can agree to disagree on many topics. Oscar de la Hoya looking at Ryan Garcia vs Teofimo Lopez fight. Garcia still focused on Gervonta Davis. Oscar de la Hoya may be doing what he can to secure Ryan Garcia fight with Gervonta Davis for later this year. But the Golden Boy promoter is also apparently keeping options open. Mike Coppinger reports that De La Hoya plans to be in attendance on Saturday in Las Vegas, when Teofimo Lopez returns to action in an ESPN event, with an idea behind making a fight between Garcia and Lopez, now that both are officially at 140 pounds. Coppinger does also say that Garcia's desire remains at the Davis fight, not Lopez, but a few things here. What you want is not often what you get in boxing. De La Hoya and Golden Boy simply may not be able to make the fight with Davis. Flat out, period. That could be the offer isn't right, or Premier Boxing Champions or Davis aren't willing to play ball. Whatever. Again, just because you have some clout doesn't matter, you get everything you want in boxing, especially if the other side in negotiations also has some clout. Having a backup plan to get Garcia a big fight really is what Golden Boy should be doing. Very few people seem to expect the Davis vs Garcia fight to happen. Garcia is among them, but he also told everyone he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao. That was the last time he insisted Davis be next, and then he wasn't. A fight with Teofimo Lopez would be big, not as big as Davis, I won't lie there, and it's probably far easier to make, as long as Lopez and Top Rank have any interest in making it. Thanks for watching guys, if you like this video please subscribe to my YouTube channel.